Hey, hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to all of my cancers. This is a August tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If those apply to your birth chart, this reading is for you. Cancers. We are slowly exiting Cancer season in just a couple days. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I know I did. It was deep healing, deep connection, so much nature, so much fun. And we are using the Star Tarot deck in case you guys are interested. That's what it looks like. These guys are stars. That's right. Girl, anyway. Oh, Ten of Pentacles on the bottom as I say that, just as a little confirmation there. Let's see what energies we are looking at for August 2024. We got two cards that fell out. Six of Pentacles reverse and the Seven of Cups reverse. Interesting. So, surprisingly, because this is not in Cancer fashion, you guys have been a little bit, what's the opposite of generous? I don't want to say stingy, but I guess that's the best word that's coming to mind right now. You've been stingy perhaps with your resources, like it's giving only child syndrome. And if you know, you know. Um, and with that coming out with the Seven of Cups, and I'm gonna wait for another card to come out as a clarifier. You have, um, you have a choice to connect with your emotions to find a sense of fulfillment through that. But what's weird is I'm getting the sense that this stinginess isn't unwarranted. I think it's almost like the straw that broke the camel's back, like you guys have been giving for so long without any reciprocation. And I know that's not the point of giving. You don't give to receive, you give out of the kindness of your heart, especially you, especially this collective here. But I think, sorry about that. We have DIY studios over here. Um, Knight of Swords. Yeah, yeah. So this sense of stinginess is not unwarranted, and I think the Knight of Swords kind of emphasizes that. You have been giving and giving and giving and giving, and at a certain point, you're like, you know what? I am receiving nothing, like not even a morsel, not even a breadcrumb of love. And maybe this is a situation or a specific person that it's coming from. And so Seven of Cups is giving you this overwhelming choice laid out in front of you. Yeah, let me show you that. So Seven of Cups. You are the peace dove, and then you have all of these options. Are you going to go, up triangle, down triangle, red triangle, stars, whatever option it is? Some may be better than others in the sense of like mental clarity. Oh, interesting. And Hierophant reverse. Before I get ahead of myself, some choices may be better in terms of mental clarity and just mental health, as I'm seeing with this Knight of Swords as well. You guys, you might rush to make this decision, but I also think it's instinctual. There is a like part of your brain is what is rushing to make this choice because perhaps you have a weird sense of mental clarity that you feel you haven't had in a while. You've been giving through the fog. There's been a veil that's actually, I love that that happened because this is a great metaphor. There's been a veil that's been covering you from, or not necessarily covering you, that's been the people or situation that you've been pouring all of your energy into without receiving anything back. You were blinded by something with it, whether it was, I'm for some reason I'm getting teaching right now. And like everything that's going on with teachers and pay and energy and all of that. That's a great metaphor. It's maybe you were pouring all of your energy into this craft, this job, this relationship because you simply loved it. You loved it. You loved working with the kids. You loved this person. You loved the pay. You loved some aspect of it, but eventually there was just this one thing that snapped. Snapped. And that's when everything started to come back to the forefront. That's when you're like, wait a second. I've been pouring quite literally my life force into this thing. And as I'm now depleted, like ugh, like dying on the side of the road, nobody's even so much as pulling over to ask if I'm okay. And that's where this stinginess of energy is coming in, resources and whatever. And I think that's that choice. That's that overwhelming choice. Do I stay and continue to be depleted for the love of whatever this is? Or do I use this newfound mental clarity and charge through and say, I'm not doing this anymore and run to whatever's next? And then this is a very interesting dynamic that came out here, strength reverse and the Hierophant reverse. And Hierophant reverse is one of my favorite, and I love that that's just shake, one of my favorite metaphors here. But strength reverse, I think this goes back into everything you've been feeling prior. It's you have given all of your strength away. And now you're using this mental clarity with the Knight of Swords to charge forth and like judgment, judgment at the bottom of the deck, to charge forth and take some of that strength back before you have none left. And the Hierophant reverse, it's all about going against the status quo. Hierophant reversed is very Uranian to me. It's you are knocking everything off the hinges. You're pulling the veil down. You are going so far against the grain or what society thinks is normal. And sometimes, this can be destructive in the sense of, um, huh. And as I said, destructive Four of Wands reverse comes out. This can be destructive in the sense of like following anarchist movements or like literally, if society says you're supposed to get married, have kids, white picket fence, job till you're 900 million years old, and then before you crank, right? You're saying, no, what I'm going to do is get divorced. Um, I don't know, another metaphor for the kids. Like, I'm going to get divorced, have a couple of lizards, live in the mountains away from everybody, and start a rock band with my pet worm. And no matter what, I'm gonna be successful with it, that kind of thing. Like that kind of energy where everything society says to do, you're gonna either go against it or do the opposite of. With that said, though, all of these cards coming out are a little bit jarring in terms of that. So, Four of Wands reversed, Five of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Swords upright. So, I think where you think there's a mental clarity, you do have a mental clarity to make the right decision for whatever's coming next. But it's really important you don't take that to extremes. It's really important that you don't just start on the train of that Hierophant reversed and then like like throw it off the tracks and then roll down the mountain and then explode. There is a limit. And then interesting. Seven of Swords reverse. There's self-deception here. You're wandering kind of blindly through the darkness, like trying to find your way out of this new situation that you may find yourself in after making this choice to leave the prior. Um, and the Fool kind of emphasizes that new journey right there. But again, the key thing is knowing your limits. And it's almost like the metaphor I'm getting here is like when kids have strict parents and they weren't able to do anything in high school, and then they get to college and they go off the rails and, it goes down a dark path pretty quickly. Don't allow yourself to go off the rails. Don't, I think it is important. And I think it is important to emphasize taking that first step to leave the situation most likely is right for you. I can't tell you definitively, but any situation that's draining you and causing a stinginess and a lack of generosity, especially in you, Cancer, it's not worth staying. It's not. But you need to align. You need to align with yourself and whatever higher power you call to your ancestors, your guides especially, before just like putting on a blindfold and slamming on the gas. That's the thing though, after all of this, all of like the reverse energy fell out, we did get the Fool on the bottom of the deck, and as I say that, the world's there. The world's there. So there is an opportunity for growth and to find what it is you are seeking, but it's so important. It's so important to be mindful in the month of August that you're not, again, just stumbling blindly because, and not being driven by the, not remorse. There's a word I want. Oh, huh. Not being driven by the negative emotions you felt from that prior situation. Huh. So all of those cards that just fell out, we had the Ten of Wands, Death, and the Two of Swords. And I love that Death has the Phoenix here. Ten of Wands. You are releasing, as you step away from the situation, you're releasing the burden that it put on your shoulders there. And it's almost like you're taking on a new burden that you've kind of shoved in your closet for way too long. But it's in a healthy way. Not you shoving it away wasn't healthy, but you making the radical choice to take on that burden, Queen of Wands at the bottom. You taking on the radical choice of taking on that burden so you can finally acknowledge it and heal it. Just this. The Emperor. Oh, baby girl. Oh, baby girl. So again, Three of Pentacles at the bottom. Before I get ahead of myself there, Two of Swords reversed did fall out as I was discussing. Something about the capability of going into that new situation. It's so important because this is reversed to be very, very mindful of your thought processes and your decision making at this time. When it's reversed, there could be a lack of judgment. As you can see, upright, swords are going up. They're going past her. There's no problem there. Down, they're kind of quite literally going through her. So, and like she's letting her unconscious, potentially harmful or unresourceful habits be in the driver's seat there. Do what you can. Do what you can to acknowledge this need that for that like that dark that dark, like I'm getting dark moon Lilith. Like she's very destructive. She burns everything in her path. And if you're not careful, this could be you. And perhaps maybe that's what you need to like forest fire, burn it all down so you can begin anew. But I know Cancer, you love comfort and you thrive in comfort. You truly do. Um, and already you stepping away from this initial opportunity or this initial situation you were in, you're already taking some of that comfort away and stepping into the unknown. So, in order to maintain a semblance of physical comfort, be conscious about every decision you make in the month of August. And if you do take that on consciously, rather than being destructive and just saying, burn them all, shout out to the Mad King. That's actually, yeah, it's like literally going, one direction is going the Mad King, and the other direction is going Viserys. If you guys have watched House of the Dragon, he ruled over like some of the longest eras of peace that the Seven Kingdoms ever seen. Be mindful of your decision making. And if you do allow your conscious brain, the resourceful side of yourself that is able to rein in on those destructive tendencies, there is a lot of strength and power in your decisions to come. Again, we had the Fool come out, we had Death come out. So there already is the sense of rebirth, the sense of transformation, a phoenix, the phoenix rising. You see him there. There's the Emperor. There's a balance. There's a wisdom that you have within you. Tap into this wisdom. And honestly, now that I mention it, that Hierophant reversed is something, as much as I love the metaphor of it, it's maybe something to be wary of in those destructive tendencies. Because that's like the precipice where you're on the ledge. You're on the ledge right here. Do we just go back down the mountain, the way we came? go through the similar like lessons just to revisit them to make sure we learn them? Or do we jump off this side without a parachute? It's up to you. One way or another, you're gonna make it down. Some might be a little harder and more destructive than others, but you'll make it. You'll make it one way or the other. But going on with that, we also had the Queen of Wands and then the Ten of Wands come out in that big pile. And again, Three of Pentacles at the bottom. So I think if you learn how to be productive and conscious with your decision making moving forward, there will be a slight sense of a dark night of the soul as you feel like you're stumbling through darkness, but at the same time, where one side you're blindfolded, the other side your eyes are purposefully closed and you're following your heart through it to lead you to where you need to be, to lead you to the people and the sense of collaboration that is awaiting you on the other side. Because you do have wisdom. You do have wisdom that is yearning to be shared. Judgment at the bottom. So, oh, I got chills. I got chills. And didn't Judgment come out earlier? Maybe that was another reading, but I think no matter what, you are going to make the right choice for yourself. I really think this collective is split in two, where for some of you, that conscious, resourceful choice is to burn it down, is to destroy everything, rip it away so you can rebuild anew. And for others of you, it's going to be taking that first choice to step away from the situation. And you might not know what's next, but you're going to be treading King of Swords. You're going to be treading lightly and become a master of those mental tendencies. It's a long reading, but girl, wow. Wow. Anything else want to come up for Cancer for the month of August? Two more. And the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom. Knight, King, and Queen of Pentacles all came out. Or showed their face, I should say. Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, and Queen of Wands. The sense of success, that's awaiting you. And again, one way or another, you decide the path you want to take. You are the only one that can judge which direction is right. You see the tornado at the bottom? It's either ripping through the tornado and, start anew, or just following the rainbow road. Both are options. It's up to you to decide which is right for you in this moment. Um, and then yeah, King of Wands, and we had Queen of Wands earlier. No matter what, at the end of the road, prosperity, success, and mastery are awaiting you. It's just about deciding which would be more resourceful for you in this moment. Is it the chaos? Is it the anarchy? Is it burning and starting anew? Or is it taking, those more careful, conscious steps? And I want to emphasize one way is not better than the other. It's truly up to you which way you want to go. And no matter what, you're going to get to where you're going. It's just what's going to happen in the process. Wow, Cancer. Wow. Anyway, I hope that resonates. I hope that can bring a little bit of, again, some clarity for the upcoming month of August. If you guys want a personal reading, I will link my website down below in the bio. I have different options on there you can check out. But yeah, make your choice, Cancer. Make your choice. It's up to you which way you're going. And once you make that choice, don't doubt it and don't question it. Once you consciously choose which direction you're going, ride it out. Ride it out. No matter the roadblocks, no matter what comes up, make the choice and ride it out. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's up to you to intuitively know which way to go next. and your intuition is potent. All right, Cancer. I don't usually do that heart, but I was feeling it there around the malachite or moldavite. Anyway, girl, anyway, I love you guys. You guys got this. I can't wait to see you guys on the other side. Let's go. I'm excited for you. All right, bye.